As anybody who reads the Torah regularly knows, this week's Torah portion contains a secret. It's the longest one in the whole Torah, which you might think would make it the most difficult to read, but in fact the reverse is so. The last part of the Torah portion is taken up with the offerings that are brought by the princes on the opening day of the Mikdash, the tabernacle, and each of those offerings is exactly the same. If you know one of those readings, you know all 12 of those readings with very minor alterations for the name of the priest, and you can impressively blast your way through 2.5 columns of Torah. But there's another teaching that I found recently that sheds a different light on this equality. It's a teaching that stems from the name of the very last prince to give his offering. He is the one from the tribe of Naphtali, and his name is Ahira ben Einan. And the teaching is based on his name. Einan sounds like the word for eye, and the Hebrew idiom for being generous is to have an ayin tov, a good eye. The commentator points out that he waited until the very last place in line in order to bring his offering because he had an ayin tov. He wasn't envious or jealous of his brothers, and he didn't want to push any other tribe out of the way. So perhaps when we read each exact similar reading, we can begin to hear a nuance that teaches us that pushing ourselves to the front of the line isn't always what we need to be doing. Perhaps, like Ahira ben Einan, we do better to hold back, to let others shine, in the knowledge that when we bring our offering, it will still get the same attention as everything else that we have given. Shabbat Shalom. That was your Torah in 2.